Well then, I guess as president here, I'm still, would like to call the Westchester Township Board meeting to order.
Okay, and I have this new agenda because I thought that we should approve the old board meetings minutes before we have the election of officers here, if you'd like to look at that over. All right, so I guess then the first thing on the agenda would be to approve these old board meetings minutes. Do
Okay,
you want one?
We talked about you in there.
thanks.
Maybe
Bill.
something special. Maybe you should read it just in case.
Yeah, just in case what you said while I was gone.
Oh, that's right. We could have said anything we wanted. And he invited over to his house for a pool party.
Every Memorial Day.
And your wife was going, what?
Anything with this? No. Oh, okay. It's probably, I think, they usually do a transfer from there into our,
Okay.
fee every year.
Oh, okay.
I think. Something like that.
I think there's a mistake here. This says here. Maybe it shouldn't be 2025.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. What did I do?
I just saw that. I think I see one correction. And that's
Oh,
it.
right, yeah, I see that now.
Where's the first? Well, you
Under
have to make a
the,
motion, I guess, and then I'll change it.
Oh. Make a motion on the trust one. Oh, I don't know. Are we ready to do this?
Sure.
Okay. Of the trust fund for Indiana one, the very last October, it should be 2025, not 2026. Had earned.
Okay. Shall I go ahead and print that out now?
Does she need to print them out, or you can just
You
write it?
You
on-
make a
change.
motion, we can make the motion, just change it
Yeah.
to 2025.
Do I have a motion?
I'm so moved.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, we're just gonna make the correction.
Yeah, make the
on
correction.
this
Like
right
two
here.
signed copies.
It's so
Oh.
small, we're saving the taxpayers money. I'm not printing out more paperwork.
Here's one,
Okay, oops,
sorry.
and you made the change?
Yes.
you did. Okay. And you just need two, or you need three?
Two signed copies. Actually, if I have three, one for Tom Graham.
Here you go.
I think I just need two.
Yeah, here, take, I did start.
Okay, thank you. Here you go, Bob.
There you go.
All right.
Well, then I think the next thing on the agenda is to have an election of officers.
That sounds great. Typically, I think what we've done is kind of always just reshuffled around a little bit.
Except I think Barb does not want to be secretary.
It's, I can't take
No.
notes anymore.
And so I'm happy to take on that position. I like to.
Oh, being the secretary? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I do. So, and,
I don't, you wanna be,
So I,
you wanna be president?
yeah, I'll be
That's fine.
president. You
That's fine.
can take the year off since you were the secretary.
Sure.
How's that?
sounds great. Caroline.
All right, so let's move on. I want to introduce Attorney Edward Graham.
We have to vote on it.
Yeah.
You have to nominate and vote on it.
Oh,
You
oh,
can't
sorry.
just say, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that.
So could I have a nomination for officers?
I'll nominate Calvin to be on the board and Cheryl to be secretary and myself to be president, I guess.
Okay, I second. Can we have a motion, or can we have a vote?
Yeah. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye. Okay, so if the motion's approved, do we also need to do the, what is it, the finance?
Well, you can,
No.
you can if you want. The Trust Indiana is not considered an investment fund.
Okay,
It's just considered a bank account. That's what I was told.
okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Well, what is it called? It's our Board of Finance, is that what it
I
is?
can't even know, yeah, what it was
Yeah.
called anyways.
Yes.
I think what we decided was we kind of kept the members the same, or the officers
Yeah,
the same.
whoever was whatever, yeah.
So whatever for this, for the board, carried over to that one too, so you would be president of that,
Of which?
or both,
Of the,
Oh, of the Finance Committee.
finance.
oh, the finance committee.
We've never had a Finance Committee.
I don't know.
I forgot that we'd even
We
done
don't even
that.
have any money.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so then I have to, then
All right, so moving on.
moving on.
All right, I would just like to introduce Attorney Edward Graham, and he's going to speak to us later, but I just wanted to start off with an introduction to him.
Welcome.
We'll get on to him later, but
Yeah.
for right now, I wanted to take care of the fire chiefs, and unless you wanted to stay here forever, I mean, you're welcome to stay. Just to say what you have to say, and what are your expectations, and
I don't really have much. I just wanted to make sure with the, I know our attorney made a couple little changes, that there was no questions on
Okay.
that.
he made, okay, we're gonna get to that later, but
Okay.
let me get to the fire.
Wait a minute.
You guys are trouble.
We skipped this.
He did make just a little change. He made big changes.
Well, he added a bunch of his
Well,
mumbo.
okay, this is the old one. We're gonna get onto this later, but this is the new one. Yesterday, the attorney
Yeah.
from Porter.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's new?
Yeah, and it came in yesterday. So we'll get to that later. I don't have any real concerns about it, but it isn't something we're gonna be voting on tonight. I mean,
Okay, okay. I just, the one section, I just wanted to make sure was
Okay.
kind of clear. I think it was section,
Here.
because he said one, yeah, I printed the wrong copy, so I think he said it was section 8 was the
Yeah.
one that has to be in there. All the rest, they're
What
not
are you
overly.
talking about?
The fire contract.
Oh, okay.
This is what I was thinking. Is we'll review it all today. Then I don't feel comfortable voting, asking the board to vote on it tonight, because, you want to look it over and make
Right.
sure. But then we will refer it to our new attorney and have him look it over and make sure that everything's okay.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I was thinking.
The one thing I just wanted to point out is the section 8, because that was the one section that he had mentioned. So there's an Indiana code, which I don't know how long it's been there, and we've been doing these contracts and contracts with another municipality for years, and this code was found actually by our new clerk treasurer. It basically says because we're a volunteer department, when we contract, the municipality that we're contracting with has to pay a portion of our liability insurance.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
So that paragraph in there basically states that our clerk treasurer will take that portion out of the contract fees as your payment. So we're identifying that we're following the law and money from our contracted fees are going to it, so it's not an additional fee to you guys.
okay.
So I just wanted to make sure you kind of understood it that way, that we're not looking for more money from you, but it's identifying that we'll take that money to pay that portion in compliance with the Indiana code.
Okay.
And we had to do the same thing, we contract with Dune Acres, we had to do the same thing on the Dune Acres contract, because that wasn't in there. So just to be in compliance with that code as a volunteer department, we have to identify that part of your contracted funding is being taken out to cover that liability insurance. Doesn't change any of the pay or anything like that you give us, it's just identifying that we're doing it right.
Okay, all right. So anyway, this just seems to be a lot, so just to be.
Yeah, and that's
on
fine.
the safe side, I was thinking they would have our attorney.
Absolutely.
Look it over and you
Yeah.
know, and make sure that everything's okay.
and
And then we can vote on it for the next time, but the first payment isn't due until June 30th. But I would like to I was hoping that we could set our next meeting maybe till March, so that we would have the opportunity to vote on it.
Yeah, and I don't know that my town's in a hurry for it, I just wanted to make sure, that's
Yeah.
why I brought it up. I know there's a lot of changes last minute, but that was the important one, he needed to be in there, and he you know,
Okay.
end of the year stuff, everybody loses track of time that it didn't get to you sooner, so.
Okay, well, we'll deal with it. I mean, we'll deal with it.
No, and that's,
Okay.
yeah. That's the only thing I have, we're working on, we're starting, hopefully the process of a new engine this year
Nice.
to order, which is, 2 to 3 years before to get here, so we're looking 4 years before that comes.
Okay.
I don't imagine, but there may be a potential that we may come ask for a little assistance on that, but I'm not envisioning that right now. Maybe for some equipment on it or something down the road, but like I said, it's gonna be a
Okay.
few-year process. We're very first stage of that. Outside of that, we had a busier than ever year in the township last year. Most of that was the state park. Medical calls and water stuff from the state park, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, so what I was envisioning is to write letters to the clerks of your two towns, and just say that we met and then we reviewed it, and we're going to have our attorney look it over to make sure everything's okay, and we expect to vote on it at our next meeting, probably. Maybe we could make it in March, so we can have this signed.
That's fine.
Or we can have another meeting if you need it sooner.
Well, the only trouble with having another meeting is that it incurs additional attorney's fees, and it incurs additional live streaming fees, and so, and since the first payment isn't due until June, I thought maybe we could kind of meet the devil halfway and have the meeting in March rather than in May.
Okay.
I have no issue with that. I don't know where on the
But I was
town side.
gonna talk to
Yeah.
the town clerks and tell them what the figures are, and I don't foresee any problem, but, we just, before we sign a contract, we just wanted to make sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I have no issues. I just wanted to make sure that we kind of
Yeah.
explain that. Because in his email, he said section 8 was that section was the section that had to go in.
Okay.
And why that was in there, and that's just to cover our tail end that we're using that money to pay the liability insurance per the state codes.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I don't foresee anything this year, I don't think.
Was Chesterton, didn't foresee anything?
No, not right now. Like I said, Jay and I will, whoever.
Okay, do you
Heard that,
think
but I
that
don't
we could
have
get
anything major.
your, the bill, the invoice for your, software reporting sooner than we did last year?
Yeah, when was supposed to? It was October.
You came in October 1st and you wanted October 31st, and we didn't have our next meeting until December.
Right. Yeah, I will ask for that sooner. See if they can make that happen.
I need to get mine. Right,
Yeah.
I need to remember, I gotta have mine for if you move your meeting up a month, I gotta have mine a month
Well,
sooner.
that's the thing, is I want to make sure that, I want to coordinate all of
Yeah.
this so we can make the most out of it. So our next meeting would be, we would want to be able to vote on your software reporting.
Yeah,
So if you could find out when your software will be available,
Yeah, I'll have to ask him for an early one.
And
Hopefully
then
it won't
as
be an
far
issue.
as your software reporting, our meetings are typically in September, 2 in
Yeah.
September, so maybe we could prepay ahead of time if
Okay.
they could give us the invoice.
Okay.
That way we could vote on it, and then, you know, we would send the bill.
Yeah, I'll
when-
see if I can see if I can get an invoice for like done up by
Yeah,
August,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you have it
yeah.
at the September meeting.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And if you could get your.
Yeah, I'll shouldn't be an
Check-
issue, but
check
yeah.
into that,
I'll make sure I
okay.
try to get that for
Yeah.
that March meeting then.
Okay. Would you like to stay? You're welcome to stay.
No,
Well, okay, then you want to stay and you can hear our attorneys,
unless Jay feels he thinks he wants to stay, I'll stay, but if we're good.
Let you guys carry on your
Yeah.
business.
all right.
Thank you so much.
We welcome dogs, so this is a dog friendly.
I'll bring him next time. Like I said, as much as he's been locked up, I had every intention on bringing him, but we haven't done much because of the weather and the salt on the sidewalks. It
Yeah.
always makes me nervous. I don't know why he seems to be sensitive to that, so I figured next meeting. He's a little rambunctious right now.
All right.
All right, folks, take care. Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye.
Okay. Let's see, where did my agenda go? Here it is. All right, so we'll get to this fire stuff later, but, you know, the day before the meeting, he comes in with these little changes. All right.
Would April be better?
All right, so the next thing on our agenda is an introduction to
Normally comes in
Attorney
June.
Graham.
Yeah.
And I sent out his curriculum vitae to everybody, but just in case you,
Suzanne,
another
I have
copy?
one question before we go on here. Would April be better than March? Because doesn't the bill come in, has to be paid in June?
well, that's the thing, we want to maybe we could do
But
that.
I mean, I'm thinking, if the bill doesn't come until May, if we move it 2 months back, you may not get a bill.
Yeah,
And I was thinking April would be 2 months normally than what we've been meeting in
Yeah.
June. So I'm thinking time-wise, because it's not much time.
yeah. Well, my goal here is to keep the meetings to 5 a year.
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
understand that, but what I'm saying is, normally we meet in June, they have the figures.
No, last time we met in May 7th.
May 7th? Oh, okay.
So I was just thinking maybe at the end of March,
Yeah, you could,
or we could do early April, but I didn't want the towns to be nervous.
well,
if
I
we didn't
think
have a
he should,
contract.
yeah, well, he should request to see how far back they can push it.
Yeah,
And, you know, there's a possibility that they may say that they can't get it to them until the
well,
end of
that's the
April.
thing, we want to make
As
the
early
most
as,
out of our
as
meetings.
early as possible, we
Yeah.
wanna meet, so we get it approved, I understand.
Okay,
I just thought,
Yeah.
all right, so this
I
is,
have a problem doing
yeah,
two
we may,
did you get one?
I have-
Okay, this is Attorney Graham, and here he is. Would you like to talk to us, or?
Well, we'll make a brief statement. I appreciate the opportunity to represent the township and the confidence that Suzanne had expressed in my ability to serve. I look forward to supporting you as a legal resource with many years of experience and substantial experience in the public sector. I'm a private practitioner. I've got an office over near the former Kraft House. So you'll see my light on there quite a bit. I have an office in Naperville, Illinois too, where my wife and I had relocated from in 2021. We have 3 children and expecting a grandchild on the way in the month of February. That's a little bit of personal background.
So, do you live in this area now?
I live in Portage.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, off of Route 12.
Okay.
Yeah, in Marina Shores.
Those are really
oh,
nice.
that's a nice area.
So I appreciate Suzanne's many years of experience. I understand she's got her own legal license background, and
And Cheryl does too.
and Cheryl, and so.
And Barb's a teacher, and Calvin's a carpenter.
All right. We got a lot of disciplines represented here.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave you the business card, just in the event you ever need to contact me. But I hope it's a successful run in 2026.
So that kind of segues to his contract.
All right.
And I have sent each of you his contract, and I'm asking tonight to review it, and then to approve it. As you can see, the fee has doubled,
Yeah.
and it seems to be the way to not.
Oh, yeah.
But because I did look through it, you're not a fixed rate though, or, before we just would pay a flat amount for the year. So now you're by the hour?
But by the hour, in terms of the retainer work, I tried to do a projection of what I would expect to charge over the course of a year to handle the things that were described as usual and customary. And so I put that in the retainer work section of the contract. And then on a monthly basis, I will generate statements to be furnished to show the work itemized in 1/10 hour increments.
So I think I told Attorney Graham, so this is kind of stretching our limits as to what we can afford to pay. And so if we use up the retainer fee, I think I'd have to tell him, well, that's it for the year, because that would be my goal, is for this to last for the whole year.
And I hope that's the case too. I would like to, work within the budget that has been established and as proposed in the contract.
And that's why you have like some of these transfers down here because of the
Oh, yeah, yes. And we'll get to that later, but basically, there's been a lot of unfunded mandates for the trustee's office, that have increased the attorney's fees, that have increased, I have to have live streaming for the meetings, I have to have website maintenance. I mean, all of this stuff it's increased, and from the legislature in Indianapolis, and they haven't given me the funds to pay for it. But I would be okay the following year, it's just that this all took me by surprise this year.
right, and so the budget.
Yeah, so next year, for 2027, I will fully expect that we would be able to have a budget that would be very comfortable,
Right.
but it's just that this year, all these unfunded mandates.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, it seems fine to me.
So what do we need? Do we need a motion to accept this?
Could I have a motion to approve the professional service agreement for our new attorney? We have a small typo up here.
Where's that?
Westchester.
Oh, yes, there should be a T.
Okay, so it's not just me.
That's why I asked you where you live.
So do we need to edit or reprint this, or?
Oh, I
or
wouldn't
sign?
reprint it because it comes from his computer. We could you can just write in the T there.
Yeah.
No, I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
before we.
Okay, so,
So I make a motion to accept the agreement between the Westchester Township Board and the new attorney, Mr. Graham.
No,
Isn't that what we need?
My understanding, my vision here is that Attorney Graham represents the township. The township is you and me.
Right.
We are all on the same page. We all want the same
Right.
thing. If there ever came a time when we had a conflict, then he would tell us. But I think he represents both of us. It's like the fire contract. That's going to be for everybody.
So what is,
Oh, I'm not president anymore, so.
Well, then I can't, well, here's can't make a motion, I'm president, you
All right,
have to make the
so then
motion.
I move that, we approve the professional service agreement for Westchester Township Attorney.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh,
Okay,
Moses, I
passed.
gotta write this all down now, too.
I wondered, but
Just watch
I,
the video later. That's what I'm doing.
That's beautiful, yes, you're right.
Comes in handy.
okay.
Just you two need to sign this,
Okay.
not me.
I sign.
How many copies do you
I'm,
need?
I'd like to have two, well, three, because one for Attorney Graham, Township Board.
So I sign here.
Do you want my copies to keep?
No, you
No.
know, because we had it online, so
Okay.
I can, do that. Okay, so sign
Thank you.
that. Just one spot, or is there two?
Just,
wait a minute, where do I sign?
Here, on page 4.
There we
Page
go.
4.
Okay.
She's got
Okay, thank you.
it.
Yeah. Here you go, Suzanne.
Okay, then, if you would sign this.
sure. Okay, thank you.
This one's signed too. Okay,
Oh, if I could have one more signed copy.
I don't have a copy, but
I have a copy here.
Well, I got one right here.
Do you have one there? I wanna hold, I like to hold on to it.
Okay, the president needs to sign this.
There you go.
Oh, I need to
Cheryl
sign
has
too.
to sign it
The
too.
next page,
Okay.
page 5.
Here's a fully signed one.
Suzanne,
That's
Okay.
fully signed.
All right.
Oh, here's another one.
Okay,
And here's another one for you to sign. And you can keep one and
sounds
I've
good.
been up since.
I'd like to have two.
hmm?
No, I've been up since 2. I'm young, like crazy.
Yeah, but 2 o'clock.
I have to do some legal stuff, so.
Right.
That's too early.
It has been. We have deadlines.
Okay, next on approval of annual report for
And that's one thing, You
2025.
can't keep that, I gave
Oh,
you.
you missed the expenditures from fire and fire Q.
Okay, so we done, okay, okay, the approval of the annual report.
Okay.
Okay. Here is our annual report.
Yay.
Thank you.
Now, pretty much this is what it is. Now, the only thing, explanation I like, answer whatever questions you want. In there's a section here for capital assets, it asks for capital assets. So I prepared this for each of you. The last annual report we have for 2024, I listed all of the
Thank you.
Yep.
capital assets and I had it as of February 3rd, 2021. I had it 1,310. So I've dropped all of that because in October, we had a meeting where you established, it was October 11th, no, September 11th of 2024, you established that the
Just a computer.
threshold for a capital asset was $1,000. So none of these were $1,000, so they aren't in the annual report for this year. I just started off with this year, and what I did, just to give you a heads up, is to tell you all the capital assets that we've purchased since 2021. And the only thing that's $1,000 or more is a computer. And this is kind of interesting. This is a computer right here. This is my new computer. I mean, you know, it takes the place of these great big things. This is much more powerful. I had to get this because Microsoft no longer supported Windows 10. So I had to get Windows 11. And of course, in order to get Windows 11, the old computer doesn't have the hardware for Windows 11. So I had to get a new computer. So anyway, that's just for you to keep. It isn't for you to sign. I'm just submitting this to you to let you know where I'm coming from. The township assistant, there's a TA7 and statistical analysis that's towards the end that lists all of the township assistants that analyzes it. And it is up significantly from last year. The total value of the township assistance is close to $48,000, whereas last year it was $35,000. So that's like $13,000 more.
You had a payment here to Rose Real Estate?
Yeah, that's for township assistants. They're the landlord, and
Okay.
right. So we pay the rent, $500 towards rent to the landlord.
Okay.
That's what that's all. The vendors are all.
Yeah,
They are-
I didn't know they were, a landlord.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes you'll see individual names because an individual owned the property.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need a motion to approve the annual report for 2025.
Make a motion to approve the 2025 annual report.
Do you have a
Westchester
second?
Township.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I would like to have 3 signed copies, 2 for me and then 1 for Attorney Graham.
Here's this option one or option two. You want us to do option one, okay? What is it say? 28?
28.
Today's 28th.
If you need an extra copy, I have one signed here.
I can't even hold this paper.
I know, yeah.
And you have
Too
to,
much
you
for
have to
me.
sign up there too, as chairman.
Okay. Where do I sign?
I think,
Oh, I see. Up here,
yeah,
Township Board Chairman.
yeah. There you go.
And then 3 more copies here, 3 more. I'd like to have 3 signed copies,
Okay.
and then these 3 are for you. 4.
The longer I write, the worse my writing gets.
Yeah, my handwriting is really bad these days. Okay, you need to sign.
Oh, that
You
would,
did,
yeah.
oh, okay. Oh.
This one's done.
So do you have to sign twice then?
I don't think so.
No? Okay,
Okay, so this has to be signed by all 3 of you.
okay.
So-
Oh, yeah, so,
option,
yeah.
So I'm the chairman, then I have to sign it again?
Yes,
I have to sign it twice?
yes.
Okay.
making you work.
And Westchester needs to be written in there.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
There you go. That one's done. Here.
Okay.
There's another one. Okay.
All right, so we give this Attorney Grant. All right.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on. Okay, now, the fire contract. You know, I mean, everybody's busy, so that's the way it is. I mean, yesterday afternoon, he sends me all these changes he wants to the contracts that we use.
Oh.
So I don't feel comfortable asking you to sign this. Let's look it over and give it to our attorney and see if you. So what I'd like to do, Attorney Graham, is give you the old one and give you the new one.
Okay.
Now, the new one has the red in it.
Okay.
I looked it over, I didn't see anything alarming, but I want your opinion as to what you think.
Okay.
And then we can kind of
Would that-
table that discussion to the fire.
If there were any particular concerns about how this contract performance occurred in 2025, if I could be made aware of that, I'd try to add that to any language changes returned to the fire protection attorney.
I wasn't aware of any problems.
Okay.
I don't know any. Or at least they didn't say that there were any problems.
And would you like me to make direct contact with the attorney, or do you want me to just forward any?
I would be glad for you to make contact with him. I will give you the, I will forward the email to you.
Okay.
That I received from him, and then you can contact him and you can talk to him and you tell us if there's anything that we need, you know, if there's any problems with the changes that he's asked for.
If I were to develop some type of a memo to you, if I sent it directly to you, then it would be circulated among the
Or
trustees?
I can give you their emails.
Okay, that's-
You know, I mean, I would think that
Sure.
that would make everybody comfortable if you send it out to everybody.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Okay.
It seems very odd to me that, you know, when we give them the money, we don't care what they do with it. Why they need to have that provision in there about paying, you know, the liability insurance just seems kind
Yeah,
of.
it seems like it's a line item thing on their end.
Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
We
That's
just-
what I
that,
took
you
from
know,
it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll check the statute.
Oh, well, no, they
Check-
need
check the
it, or
statute
they
on
want
that.
it. It just seems very peculiar,
Yeah.
because once it's turned over to them, I mean, who do we care? how
We
they
don't
do it?
care,
Yeah.
just put out the fire.
That's what we're paying for.
Put out the fire.
Okay, so,
All right, so
anyway.
we're gonna table this.
Okay.
Now,
Table.
let's see, what else?
You skipped over the fire cumulative fund.
Oh, I was, approval of expenditures, we don't have any.
Okay.
I was just left that in there in case that they came in and asked for
Oh,
something.
got it, okay,
And I always like to do that first so that they don't have to wait around.
which is
Okay,
very
now.
helpful.
All right, now here is a resolution.
Go.
And this is kind of getting into the weeds.
It's kind of like getting into the weeds.
Getting into the weeds.
Oh.
All right,
Yikes.
I was going to spare you all of this. In order to do this, I have to do all these spreadsheets.
Oh,
All right, now this is just the town, this is just one fund. I had to do this for all the funds. So what I did is for the budget, we have line items.
Can you pull it off the mic? Because it's,
Sorry.
thank you.
All right, so we have line items in our budget.
Yes.
All right, here's the budget from last year. So what I did is I made a spreadsheet of all of the line items, and then these are the months. That way it makes it easier for me to find the mistakes. And then at the end, then I have a total here, like a total for salary, total for all of this, and we're okay except for the printing and advertising. We spent $5,083.14. Our budget was $2,000, so we're $3,083.14 over our budget. Now that's okay. It's not going to be any alarm to the State Board of Accounts because it's all we are within our total budget. But I just wanted to take funds, transfer funds from, or for the line item purposes, from $1,500 for capital outlay. We had $3,000 set aside, but we only spent about $1,500, so we have another $1,505. So if we could take that $1,500, put it over to the printed advertising, then another $1,500 from rental. We had $3,000 set up for rental, and we only used $1,500, so that we had an extra $1,500 there, and then the $90 for training. So if we could, for the line items, if you would just approve this, the transferring this money as I set out in the resolution, then over to the printing and advertising, then we'd be all covered. And I think that for the State Board of Accounts, their big concern is that they don't want money taken and putting it into salaries. They don't want money taken and putting it into they don't want me buying stuff, buying capitalized. But as far as within the services and charges, they don't really care whether it's printing and advertising, whether it's, whatever it is. So, I mean, I think my experience that this would be very acceptable to them.
So we need a motion to approve the transfer line items in the budget. Am I correct? I'm asking the question. We need a motion.
Oh, yeah, you need to sign the resolution.
Okay. Oh, the resolution. Wait a minute.
Oh, no, that's.
No, we gotta transfer the money.
Oh, yeah, you need just a motion for that.
Yes. We need a motion to approve the transfer line items in the budget.
I move to approve, transfer of various line items.
Like a 1,500 from the capital outlay to printing and advertising, and 1,500
Okay.
from rental to printing and advertising,
Gotcha, okay.
and $90 from training to.
Okay, and transfer the 3,000 from other direct relief
Yeah.
to housing, so that's how it's gotta go.
Okay, so I make a motion to transfer the items of 1,500 for capital outlays printing, 1,500 from services charged to rental to printing and advertising, transfers $90 from services and charges to printing and advertising, and 3,000 from other direct relief to housing.
Okay,
Do I
okay,
hear a
that's
second?
another one I did.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
Okay, so this is for township assistance, and we had, in our line item, we had 25,000 for housing, and
Uh-huh.
we spent 27,000. Well, close to 28,000, so it's just hard at the beginning of the year to figure out, how much goes to housing, how much goes to utilities. But I think that as long as it's all within this township assistance, that's fine. They don't want me taking this money and putting it into salaries. They want-
Right.
If it's, they don't have a problem with me transferring from housing to utilities or from fuels to utilities or something like that.
Okay. All
There
right.
was a somewhat new thing that came up where you have more flexibility now in what is appropriate housing too. I forget what exactly it was I read, but you could use, I think, other things that if you think that they're a safe place for somebody to stay.
Right. I really haven't had an experience with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had anybody come to me and wanting me to pay for housing at a place other than
that
their own.
nice.
Yeah, but things are changing now.
Things are changing.
Things are changing a lot. I mean, you have a lot of people coming through the area who weren't born here, and they don't spend a lot of time here, but while they are here, they're ours.
Okay,
All right, can we move
now
on?
we need to move on to,
Okay,
The
so,
capital improvement plan.
the resolution. Did I give
resolution,
you-
and
Each
then
of you
we'll
a
go.
resolution?
Yeah, we have that.
Okay,
yeah,
We kind of-
all right, here again.
Oh, yes.
let's move on.
This is getting into the weeds a little bit.
Yes, we improved it.
Because of all of these unfunded mandates, this year for 2026 is kind of taking me by surprise as far as the budget goes, and I'm a little lean. Like for the attorney's fees have just doubled.
Right.
I'm sure Attorney Graham is going to be worth it. We'll be glad to pay him, but it just, the question is, where does the money come from? So there is money in the rainy day fund. So now, originally, this rainy day fund was set up to pay for the firefighting contracts for fire protection. So I want that to be our first priority. But in the event that in the course of 2026, we were able to pay all of these fire protection agreements, and if there's money left over in the rainy day fund, then I would be able to use that to pay for the attorney's fees, to pay for the live streaming, to pay for the website maintenance. And it would definitely be in that priority, that the fighting protection agreement contracts would be number one. And I'm only asking to be able to use anything that isn't used for that particular thing, to pay for the attorney's fees, to pay for the live streaming, to pay for the website maintenance. And I
So-
contacted the State Board of Accounts, and they said, this can be done, but I need your approval. So,
Okay.
So we need a motion to approve the resolution to use the funds in the rainy day fund for fire protection agreements.
All right, I move that the board approves resolution Number 26-1, to use funds in rainy day fund for fire protection agreements and for township general fund services and charges category expenditures.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I already signed it.
All right.
I'm slow.
Oh, this is a Alvin. This is Carp.
I can have one more sign.
Here it is. Okay.
Now, okay. Last year, we voted on, we set up township roads and infrastructure funds. You set that up, I think it was, what was it? September 24th of 2025, you signed the resolution to establish a Westchester Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund. And that was in response to a new bill that was passed by the legislature telling me that we had to do that. So we did what we had to, we were told to do. Then we also had a capital improvement fund where, and you signed this also
Yeah.
on September 24th.
Okay.
The gist of this is that you take the unrestricted funds, which is the township fund and the rainy day fund, and you find out what's going to be left over at the end of the year that is not going to be used. And then you take 30% of that. And it comes to $5,000. For us, it came to $5,435. That's was set aside from what was part of our township capital improvement plan. Now today we need to transfer that to the township roads and infrastructure. It's sort of like the rainy day fund. It's here. But on my books, I'm going to take this $5,435 from the general fund and I'm going to put it into the township roads and infrastructure fund. So that's what, I don't want to jump ahead and get everybody all confused, but that's one thing that I'm asking you to transfer this money into the township roads and infrastructure fund, which you established on September 24th of 2025. And it will be there, and then when we decide what we want to do with it, then it will come from that fund.
Okay.
All right.
Nice work.
Okay, so can I have
Yeah, I move that we approve the transfer of $5,435 from Township General Fund to the Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund as per the capital improvement plan.
I second.
okay.
All in
So then on my
favor?
books, I'll just take it out of this fund and just put it over here.
Okay.
All right, now, that brings us to the elephant in the room, really. What do we do with this, we had sent a memorandum.
Were you able to get a hold of?
Yeah, I was just gonna question that.
Okay, so we sent out this memorandum of understanding. Now, the way the law reads is that it has to be an agreement that is signed by the municipality and us. It can't just be one person. We can't just sign it. It has to be signed by both this other
Both
municipality.
parties.
So we decided, we didn't know what to do. Well, I contacted DLGF and they said, well, contact the State Board of Accounts. So I said, contact the State Board of Accounts. They said, well, contact your attorney. Well, my attorney
Quit.
quit. My attorney quit.
He didn't quit. He's
So,
retired.
so, we didn't know what to do. So we just decided, okay, we're gonna divide this $5,435 up equally among the 6 municipalities that are comprised of, that are in Westchester Township. Now, the surest way to make an enemy is to treat people equally when they don't consider themselves equally. So we sent out to 6 municipalities. Dune Acres and Burns Harbor accepted it. Chesterton and Porter rejected it. They said, we want more. And then I never heard from the county, Porter County, which is the part of the unincorporated area, and then I never heard from the city of Portage. So I don't know what's going on with them. But I guess the question is, where are we on this? And that's what I'm going to ask our attorney to look into.
Okay.
There's a memorandum of understanding that with the 6 municipalities that comprise Westchester Township, the question is, if 2 accepted, 2 rejected, and 2 just ignored us, what does that mean? Do we still have a contract? David said that he thought that we did not have a contract because of the way it was worded, that the way it was worded, in order for us, this to be a valid contract, all 6 municipalities had to sign it. So I'm gonna refer that to our attorney and ask him for his opinion. If this is not a binding contract, where are we? What do we do?
But I think we have the choice, to pick whoever we want.
Yeah, I guess, now we need to decide, obviously creating a new memorandum, but then, do we do it just for the people that responded and approved, signed it actually? Do we do something entirely different,
One thing that David suggested is, if we could go back in time, you would take this and rather than take the lump sum and divide it up within one memorandum, you had 6 different memorandums, one for each. Like I could say to we could have a memorandum to the town of Chester and say, we want to give you $900. And if they said, no, I don't want it, well then, okay. But that would leave us free. If we worded it that way so that we had 6 different memorandums and 2 municipalities accepted it, then we could give the money to them. But I think the way it is now,
yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we can give it to 2. I think we would have to put everything.
Yeah, everybody's got to agree to whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to scratch it out, and then we can decide to divide it up so that we have 6 different memorandums, and each person can choose to accept it or not, or we can
just one. I mean, we don't necessarily. Do we?
You don't have to. We can do
just
anything.
Pick 1 or 2. I mean, I guess we don't have to.
Sure, but there has to be for a roads that's
Benefits
part of the
Westchester
unincorporated
Township.
area in Westchester Township. So this is something for us to think about. And I will give this to our attorney to ask him, do we have a contract or not? If we don't have a contract, can we just put the whole thing in scratch and come up with something brand new?
That we can do.
Is there a timeline on when this money needs to be?
No, there isn't any timeline on when the money gets spent.
Okay.
But
And then whatever, I think I had asked this before, but then whatever money that we don't spend this year just rolls over to next year.
Well, see, that's a question for our attorney. So it can be I think if you're going to do that, you would have to encumber it.
I just want to make sure, like, say we did do 6 individual memos, and then these 4 still agree, don't
Sore
agree
heads.
or ignore us, and then
Yeah.
then we do pay out the 2 or however
I
many.
was gonna say,
then what happens,
well,
to
we
that
have-
money at the end of the year? So
What do you think would happen if we do this separate and send each community what we were gonna send, but don't, just send them a check?
Well, okay, yeah. Before I can send them a check, I have to have a signed memorandum.
Okay.
So we could have 6 different memorandums, 1 to each of the municipalities, and 2 could accept it, and we would write checks to those 2. 2 could reject it, they don't get any checks, and the 2 ignore us, don't get any checks. I think we have to have a signed memorandum before we can write a check. But what happens to that money for those who didn't accept it? Does it go into the pot and get redistributed among the 2 that did accept it? Is it encumbered over? These are questions I don't really know.
Right.
We can ask our attorney. So anyway, but it's something for us to think about. What do we want to do? And I think I'd like to address it at our next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like if Yeah, I guess if we
by then
just
we
had some
might
clarity
have
on
some
those things.
answers.
Yeah,
You know.
did you try talking to the county or anybody?
Well, no one returns my calls.
Oh, that's pretty rude.
Well, first of all, no one even know. I mean, you call and you get some switchboard operator. She doesn't
Oh.
have a clue
Right.
who I am or what I'm talking about, and then nobody ever returns my phone calls.
Well, who did you send the contracts to?
Okay, I have copies of all the letters. I sent it to.
You were sending to each of the communities.
okay, I
Or
said
did
it-
you just like county council?
No.
No,
Oh,
no.
I filed this. I filed our memorandum
Uh-huh.
with the county council.
Okay.
So we did that, and then I sent it to. I sent it to the mayor of Portage,
Yeah, okay, so then,
and then I sent it to.
So someone somewhere did read it.
Oh, well, it got
well,
there. It didn't come
just
back.
go to John Doe, it went
Right.
to a
No, it went to
person
somebody that was.
Oh, I sent it.
that should have been able to handle it. I know I did talk to Rich at the last, or 2 meetings ago, and because you had said you'd not heard from Dune Acres, so.
I did get it from them.
Yeah, and that's what I told him, because he said he had it and he'd signed it, but he just never, sent it. So then after
All
I
right,
talked
so
to him, he sent it.
So I sent it
guess.
to the mayor of Portage, and I would send it to the Porter County Sheriff's Office. I don't know who to send it to, and they just totally ignored me
In Porter County Sheriff, I don't understand why.
because it's unincorporated. There's a portion of the
There's the land-
unincorporated area.
Right.
There's roads in the unincorporated area.
And
Yeah.
so the sheriff oversees that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, really? He oversees the roads?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's-
because that makes no sense to me.
well,
Someone's got to do it, so maybe they just.
Well, I know that I know that they do see, like she said, like
Yeah.
Suzanne said, in the unincorporated areas.
yeah. So this is something for us to think about. There's no deadline, but I would certainly like to get it done by the end of the year. So I would like to take it up again at our next meeting, and I'm going to ask our attorney if he would look into it and give his opinion on, do we have a contract? If we don't have a contract, do we just scratch it and start all over again with a brand new contract? And what happens if people don't
If
want
we have the
money?
decision to make, I've thought about this over.
Did you?
Yes, it
Good.
kind of bothered me because
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought, here you want to be fair. We decided that we give it equally, but those people should be made aware. We could have said it goes to one
Well, I think
incorporated area.
Well, for most townships, there's only one municipality.
That's right.
We are unique, and we have 6. So, but the town of Chester and town of Porter, they want more. I said, this is.
Well, you know what? Why couldn't we? I mean,
They
send
should have suggested
just-
that to you.
just when you get the money in the future. Just if we decide that we want to go equal, just don't even say this is equal. Just give them an amount.
That's what David suggested.
Yeah,
That
we
you
should-
don't say we're giving this to you equally.
No.
Because that's the surest way to make an enemy is to try to
Yeah.
treat people equally when they don't consider themselves
But
equals.
I would also point out that we could have said one community got all of it.
Yeah.
$5,000.
You could easily do that.
I know.
And
But
if
they
this
should be
contract
aware
isn't
of that.
valid, and we want to scratch this contract, this memorandum, and start over again, maybe that's something we want to do. But it's a starting point.
And you're gonna cost us more in legal fees untangling it,
Well,
It's really irritating.
It is irritating. That's why I got mad. I thought, how ungrateful. I mean, I know it's not a big amount of money,
Right.
but
It's more than zero.
it's better than nothing.
Well, I like
Why
their
would-
logic, in general, like allocated on the basis of who has roads. So I get their logic was good, but, you don't have
But
those
that
numbers
puts
to make that
Yeah,
computation.
like who calculate, based on, then they can make the argument, well, you're not using our numbers that say we should have more, then you get 6 different answers on what numbers to use.
I say send them a letter with a resolution and a
So
check.
anyway, I'm putting this out there that this is something we need to address at our next meeting, and certainly in the meantime, think about it.
That's why I say send them a letter. Money's been given to us by the state, and just put a check in it and go with that.
Well, you have to have signed memorandum. The legislature's
Well-
clear. I have to have a signed memorandum.
Well, you
before I
could
can
state
issue-
in there, you must sign this in order to accept the check. Otherwise, send it back.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So let's pick our next meeting.
Oh, I do have one other thing. I did ask the town clerk, following up from our minutes where we had the Trust Indiana.
Yeah.
You don't have to dedicate the money in there. You don't have to open a new fund for each.
Okay, yes, you do. And I mean.
That's not what Dune Acres is doing.
Well, that's what Porter Bank told me. That's what Trust Indiana told me. I have a representative of Trust Indiana. So, but it's just, I can do that. I just been caught up in.
And I know you're
No,
transferring
I've
money
been caught up
every
in
which
this,
way.
but no, I want to pursue this. But what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to I want to set up a sub-account for perhaps the Township Assistance Fund, because we have extra money in there that I don't need to count on it. Like with the rainy day fund going to the fire contracts, I mean, I need that money. I mean, but we have a little extra in the Township Assistance Fund, so I could set up a sub-account for the Township Assistance Fund and transfer money from there. But I can't transfer money from the Township Assistance Fund into the rainy day fund. They're two different, and there isn't any money in the firefighting fund or the rainy day fund. So. But I do want to pursue it. I think your point is well taken. The money should, if it's possible for us to make money off of our investment, we should do that. I mean, it shouldn't just sit there. I mean, I get your point. I think it's well taken. It's a work in progress, and we'll take that up again at our next meeting.
Okay, I just.
No.
What she said is that that Dune Acres just has one fund. But you keep track of it internally, so it's not like you have to open like 6 funds up with them. That's what they are doing. I know. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that on.
But I understand what you're saying. I think maybe we're saying the same thing, but it's, I have to. It's a sub account. It's one fund, but it's one account, but you have to have sub accounts. They're very particular about this. But I will follow up on it, and we'll take it up at our next meeting.
Sure.
So, I guess the big question is, and I think I would like to have tentative dates for our next meetings for this year, because that makes it easier on Zernal. It makes it easier on Attorney Graham.
Yeah.
It makes it easier on you. All of this can be changed, but I would just they know in advance. So I'm thinking for our next meeting.
You said March.
You were talking March and then having that in lieu of the May?
Yeah, March in lieu of the May, maybe something at the end of March.
25th?
Will the 25th work for people?
Yes.
Works for me,
Will it work for you, Attorney Graham?
yes. Sorry.
March 25th.
Just looking at it now. It's clear.
Okay, all right, then let's do September, can we do 2 in September for the budget? All right, how about September 9th and September 23rd? Does that work for you? September 9th and September 23rd.
Okay.
9th,
Got it written down.
and the 23rd.
And that way, if we know ahead of time, we can tell these people, get me these invoices ahead of time. All right, and then for our last meeting, how about December 9th? December 2nd or December 9th? Which would work for you?
Either one.
Either.
How about December 2nd?
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so this is tentative.
So we have 1 January, 1 March, 2 in September, and 1 in
So we're
December.
looking at March 25th.
Yep,
What was that December date?
December
December
2nd.
2nd.
Then we would have one on September 9th and September 23rd. And then December 2nd.
So there's 4 dates.
Yeah, we're setting up 4 dates in advance.
Okay.
I just thought that would be easier
Yeah.
for Zernal, for Attorney
Yeah.
Graham, if you know ahead of time.
Smart.
And they're kind of set, our agenda's easy to predict.
and the March to September, there's not a gap in there that's gonna create a problem for you, or?
Well, I would like
They're-
to keep the meetings to 5 a year, because the
Okay.
the meetings
Right.
cost the township money.
Right.
And there's no reason that we can't. do-
Yeah, well, I mean, if, the fire guys can work their magic, get invoices and all that
Well,
stuff taken care of too.
if I
you know.
tell them ahead of time, it's gonna be set March 25th, and then if they think that's a problem, they can let us know, and we can.
Yeah, obviously, we can move it, but
We
yeah.
can
Yeah.
move it. But I'm thinking that, if I said to them, well, I wanna give you money.
They'll be here.
Do you
Give
want
me
this
an
money?
invoice.
Well, you had
Here's
two
the date.
people turn you down and tell you, no, so.
They said, I want more.
Yeah.
So it's not always,
So just so I can clarify, I have
Yeah.
March 25th, September 9th, September 23rd, and December 2nd.
Yes.
Correct.
Does that work for you?
Yes.
Does that work for you? Okay, so I just think that seems to be a good plan so everybody knows what's expected.
Yeah.
And obviously, these can be changed if it needs to be.
What is it, 2 weeks?
For the budget, there has to be at least at least 10 days in
10 days, the
between.
difference, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
When I look at your nails, I'm thinking that you are our baseball player, because a catcher. Catchers always had different color
Oh,
nails.
do they?
it's from the Bears game. Didn't pan out, but I tried.
Oh,
My son had done it too because he loves Caleb Williams, the quarterback, and so I was like,
fine.
yeah. And I used to paint my nails all the time, but just with my job, obviously they don't last very long, so I kind of got out of the habit. But he was like, oh, let's do it, and I'm like, all right, sweet, let's do it. So
That's fun.
All right, well, that's what I have to say. Anything that you'd like to say?
No, I will, thank you for being part of the first meeting, and if I can add something to the meeting
Sure.
in terms of procedure and experience, I will, but it will be out of, respect for just trying to get things done the right way. So,
Yeah, we're all on the same page.
Okay,
We want to do things right.
good meeting.
Uh-oh, we ran over.
Oh,
Oh,
you did.
well, there was a lot here.
There
motion
was
to
a ton
adjourn.
down here.
We need a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I make a motion to adjourn. Actually,
second.
does president need a
Oh, okay.
motion, or you can just
Yeah,
say,
no.
they do?
Yeah,
Okay,
Robert's rule says yes.
okay,
Yep.
all right.
All right, well,
So,
thank
are we
you all
officially
very
adjourned?
much for
Yes.
coming.
Okay, I'm gonna get us out of here now.